What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Just ride on the road, signing on. It's hot. Uh, kind of hot where I'm at right now. Um, I'm just off the side of a highway near this. I think that's an old abandoned grain silo. I'm not familiar. You know how these things pop up on the side of the highway. Um, I just decided to do a video. I was wondering when would be a good time to do a video. I just didn't run into a pristine location, so I kind of like these old abandoned relics of the past. And, this seemed to be a place where maybe trucks, I don't hope I'm not casting the shadow. The sun is straight up in the air. But, you know, this seemed like a place trucks pull in, and if you can look across the road there, it's like a, I don't know, old caboose or something over there. A train caboose. But it looks like a place where trucks pull in for the night if they're traveling through. See, it's a lot of 18 wheelers right in this area. I don't know what factories around here, but there are a few. Yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's doing good. And now I'm sweating kind of profusely. I rode 12 miles earlier on my board, so I'm a bit exhausted. But in saying that, the topic I want to talk about today it's a topic I don't think I've dealt with before, and I want to say the van's doing good. Still hadn't replaced that radiator, but I did get that leak to slow down quite a bit. I'm not going to go with I don't want to go with the radiator that's used. I'm going to go with the new radiator. So we're definitely waiting on that. That's going to be, that's something that you need. You need to be able to cool that vehicle, so you don't want to play around with that kind of stuff. But as far as that, that's pretty much it. I acquired a new vent cap for it too, one of those kinds that release the pressure. So it's pretty cool. Got it free. Guy at the salvage yard I went to, he's like, "Hey man, get out of here with that." I said, "All right." But right here, it's about, I don't know, it's got to be knocking on 90. If I had any sense, get out here and head north. But anyway, I guess I don't have any sense. But back to topic. This topic is going to be about dealing with law enforcement. And I know I'm going to miss some things, and people want to comment, feel free to comment. I have a lot of requests about different topics. I just can't get to them all. Of course, one is finance, and that's definitely coming. I want to make sure I do it right, so that's why I'm kind of just want to throw it out there. Like this one, I'm going to miss a lot of things in this one, and I have no problem with that because a lot of people, even if you're not traveling in the van and all that kind of stuff and moving around and stuff like that, it's a fine art we're dealing with law enforcement. I'm going to tell you about two experiences I had rather close together. So, since the whole van thing, I've had three experiences with law enforcement. The first experience was I was parked in a no parking zone, so that was my fault. I didn't know it was a no parking zone. I saw other cars parked there and I just assumed. I should have looked because everyone got a ticket for no parking. And it was a $20, a $20 ticket. So that was the first run in. I didn't get to speak with the officer. I did see him, but I didn't get his opportunity to speak to him. He put the ticket on the dash on the windshield. Now, second encounter I had with law enforcement, small town. There was a call of suspicious vehicle, and I know with 9/11 and the terrorism stuff, and that's good. People are being vigilant, and I was actually, believe it or not, happy that. It's weird that I say this, but that people were being vigilant. You know what I mean? But it comes to find out when I spoke with the law enforcement officer, it was one. Normally, when it comes to municipalities such as like the police departments and stuff, there'll be two officers. If one might show up, the other one will be right behind him or not far away, because they roll in partners like that. It'll be two officers. One might get there first, the other one might get there later on. So that's something that happened. The first officer showed up. He was a kind of built guy in good shape, a bald-headed gentleman, Caucasian. He asked me a few questions. I gave him a few answers, showed my paperwork. Another thing, I'm not gonna go 1, 2, 3, and that's how I plan on doing the video. And normally when I plan on doing videos, they never come out the way I plan them. I just kind of go with it, and I just kind of keep it real. So he was like, to the best of my knowledge, I'm gonna explain this. Have all your paperwork readily available. Don't have anything illegal. Now use your common sense on this, you know. No illegal things. Even if you shouldn't have illegal things anyway, but if you do, please have them in a place where they're non-accessible to you, and have your paperwork ready. Chances are, if your paperwork's ready, that means registrations, valid driver's license, and your tags need to be valid. Every time cops run my tags, it's some weird issue going on with them. So I don't really know why. I guess the people at the DMV department, which I go to, I'm assigned to, I always type it in wrong or type something in wrong. But they're always valid, you know. One time they couldn't even pull up on the people's things, so I'm like, I don't know anything about your technical things, so I don't know. I know they're valid. I got my registration, you know. So you have the registration, you're good. They didn't ask me for the registration. They only asked me for my driver's license. Now, the one officer, let me get back to what I was saying. I jump around too much. Let me get back to what I was saying. The officer, I was speaking with the officer, and he just wanted my information. Once I gave him the information, lots of times their guard will go down a little bit because they have a dangerous job. You have to remember that. So don't be irate, upset. Stay calm. Move calmly. Don't move, you know, to the point where you're going to make him nervous or her nervous. So I stayed calm. Clearly, that officer was a reasonable person. He saw that I wasn't a threat. I told him, officer, I'm just passing through, and decided to catch a nap. So once I said that, I could tell his body language changed from a defensive posture to a more relaxed posture. He's trained to watch you. He's trained to look in your eyes. He's trained to see if it looks like you may be on some drugs. He's smelling. You know, he's doing all those things. You might not realize it or not, but that's what he's doing. He's assessing you. He's analyzing the threat. As a human being, especially in his profession, or in a military background or something like that, you know, you assess threats. You know, it's just automatic. You know, and so that's what he was doing. So I understand what he's doing. I have a very humble demeanor. I didn't jump out with my chest out like I'm ready for war. You know, it's just the way you do these things. You don't want a problem with law enforcement. And of course, his partner was on the other side of the van the whole time. I knew he was somewhere around. I just didn't know where. So he walked out. He was a young guy. He actually saw my longboard. He was like, "So you longboard?" I said, "Yeah." He was like, "Man, that's cool as SHIT." So they laughed. You know, upon that time, I knew everything was cool, which was cool anyway, you know. And he went into detail about this particular store had been robbed before, and the people in it were paranoid. So, you know, I said, okay. Well, see, and like I said, you never know where you're going, you're boondocking, you don't know what the history of that place is, you know. You don't know if that, you know, somebody might be working in there that might have you know, someone might be stalking them, that might have, you know, you just have no idea. So when these things happen, and if you be on the road long enough, chances are they will, at some point in time, you're going to have to talk to law enforcement. I got somebody coming back here on a bike. I guess they see my bike, who knows. But, so, that was the that's the second encounter. Now, the third encounter, I want you to see them. Can you see them in the background? They keep staring at me, I don't know. Seem like pretty cool people. I got Missouri tags or something like that. But the third encounter, I pulled into a movie theater, actually. Another small town, a different town. And I said, man, there was a bar near there. So, you know, I go to a bar from time to time. I ain't gonna lie. You know, and just hanging out, you know what I mean? But I didn't have anything to drink. Okay. It crossed my mind, but I didn't. So, I parked at the movie theater right next to the bar. So evidently, you know, you got to realize if you arrive early, and might change. You arrive at 7, it might be packed. Around 2 or 3, the lot is clear, empty. So you gotta keep that in mind. You gotta kind of predict a little bit. Now that bar, they don't close down to 2, so their lot stays, you know, a little busier. So keep that in mind. Bars that stay open late are normally, you know, you're on the word. Not that we have anything to hide. I'm just saying these things happen. I have absolutely nothing to hide. But I didn't approach the cops. They approached me because they're just the way they're geared. That's their job. They're being proactive. You know what I mean? Preemptive or whatever word you want to use. You know. So that's cool. A lot of municipalities act on a proactive. A lot of them are just reactive. The bigger cities might be more reactive because they have a lot more things to deal with. The smaller cities might be a little more proactive. That seems to be the norm. You know, if you're dealing with state troopers or something like that, they might be alone. You know, that's a big chance that they won't have a partner pull up. You know what I mean? You might have to deal with them just one-on-one. They're just the way they are. Or even a sheriff sometimes. Sometimes they have a partner with them. Sometimes they won't. It all depends where you at and, you know, that situation. You know, normally it's enough sheriffs, you know what I mean? That way we'll partner up. But troopers, they probably be alone. They have to cover so much area alone. You know, so keep that in mind as well. Let me get through with the third incident. Now this happened rather frequently together. Now check this out. I fell asleep. I meant to get up and move. I said I'm gonna catch about an hour's nap. That hour turned into way more than an hour. So it's a female officer. About 2 in the morning. She wanted to see my information, so I gave it to her. She made it clear who she was. Of course, I realized who she was. That she was a law enforcement officer. It was a big guy, big young guy with her. She was a small, petite female. All Caucasian officers. Not that matters. But just making this story very clear if I could. These officers were extremely polite. The guy seemed to be a little tense. He's a big guy. He got a lot of testosterone running through him, so I understand that. You know, as they assess me, little they know I'm assessing them. You know what I mean? So I'm looking at body language. You know, I'm not trying to smell for alcohol because I'm assuming, but if I do, I do because I know that happens with officers. But I'm assessing his body language. He was, I tell he works out. So for him to be have a little more aggression is absolutely normal. He was younger, and she was an older lady. Not that much older, but older. I figure he was in his late 20s. She might have been in her mid to late 30s. And she was very polite. I showed her my credentials, which was just DL. She didn't ask for anything else. She told me when she read my tags, they came to some she didn't recognize. And I was like, well, I don't know. I wish I had an answer, but I don't. So after that, they asked me was I a contractor in the area. So I was like, I almost said, yeah, I'm a contractor. Why would I say that? I have no idea. I said, no, ma'am, I'm just passing through. Decided to catch a nap. An hour's sleep. 1 hour turned into several hours. So she was like, oh, okay. Everything checks out. They asked me was I hot in there. I was like, no, I'm not hot. So they was like, everything checks out. So we're sorry for waking you up. And you're free to go. Oh, I got law enforcement right here. Hold on just a minute. Hey, how you doing?
You alright?
Yes, sir. I'm alright. Just doing a YouTube video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Okay.
don't know if you broke that or something.
Oh, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah. So, you know, you deal with law enforcement all the time. And that was a nice officer right there. Just asked me, was I broke down? He was going to give me a hand. You see, and it's just nice people all over. And I find it extremely ironic. I'm doing a YouTube video, and an officer pulls up. So that's my third. He probably wanted to be in the video, but anyway, I didn't want to do that. But I don't know. Might have fringed on his, anyway. But that was the fourth incident right there, live. Anyway, and you can see how nice. Don't demonize law enforcement. They're not here to harm us. I'm not going to jump on that bandwagon that they're here to harm us. They're here to help us. And if you allow them to help us and make their job easy by following these steps, they're not just, keep in mind, they're not here to hurt us. And they realize that when you talk to them, that you are looking at them as not an oppressor. But you're looking at them, you know, and I know there are bad apples in every bunch, but I'm going to focus on the good apples. I'm not going to focus on the bad apples right now. I'm going to focus on the good apples because they should be first, you know? And that's just the way I roll. You know, I come from my family, you know, law enforcement in my family, so, you know, I'm not the one to demonize that, you know, at all, man. It's just not my style. And, you know, I wish others wouldn't either. But in saying that, the officers were like, the female officer was, "We're sorry to bother you. Go back to sleep." That's what she said to me. And I said, okay. And that was the end of our encounter, you know. And that's it. So, dealing with law enforcement, first thing, be calm. Don't act crazy. Use your common sense. Relax. Don't be nervous. Just relax. Okay, you're going to deal with them. They're out here to help us. They're everywhere. So just relax. State your case. And if you have something to hide, you should not have anything to hide. That's on you. Get your stuff together. Your driver's license not valid. Get that in order. Your registration, your tags. Have all that stuff in order. Okay? You know, that's going to open up the door for issues with them. Because it's their job to address those issues. So you don't want those issues. You want to be legitimate. When you're legitimate, you have the confidence to deal with the man or woman face to face on merit. You're a law-abiding citizen. You have absolutely nothing to hide. And they're here to help you. You pay their salaries, actually. And they're friends, not foes. Okay? So, in saying that, I'm going to part. This is Rod on the Road. Feel free to leave comments, any suggestions. Oh, yeah, headlights, windshield wipers working. That stuff you should have working anyway. You know, if you're traveling, you should. That's your forte. That's your expertise. Harness that and get a handle on that. You know, you might have to do it one step at a time. It don't take a lot of money. It takes some wits. It takes some willpower, maybe a little strategy. But you know, that's life. You know, get your stuff in order. Make you a checklist. I like to write stuff on paper. Let the paper do the thinking for me. Let the paper do the remembering for me because I'll forget stuff. But get that stuff in order and enjoy your life. Get out here and enjoy it because it's out here waiting on you. It's waiting on you. It's waiting on you. And I don't want to get too off topic. I wanted to talk about law enforcement. But you know, I get into the whole motivation thing. I think it's so important to motivate people to get out here and enjoy this thing, this life. This train will stop eventually. You got to make the best of it. You know what you got to do. Come on out of there. Get out here and enjoy yourself, man. Every day, day in, day out, same thing. Go to work, come home, microwave your TV dinner or your wife microwave it for you. Sit down, watch the world news. Yeah, the stories might be a little different, but they about the same. Go to bed, repeat button, repeat button, repeat button. I've been there. I know what I'm talking about. I've done it. Have zero regrets. I have turned what was okay in most people's eyes until it's exciting every day, something different, meeting so many new people, and people want to holler, okay, don't set up these roadblocks in front of you. I hear finance a lot. Finance, I need a lot of money. I need billions of dollars to go travel. Absolutely not. People, I don't have no money. To be honest with you. I don't have no money. I have faith. Faith in a higher power. God. You know. Faith leads me. You know. Don't worry about the money. It's gonna come, no problem. You're gonna get the funds to do it. Control your mind. Have faith in what you want to do. Okay? Set a plan. God give you 5 senses. Use them. Set up your plan, a procedure. I'm going to do this step by step. There's enough information out there on YouTube from all the different van dwellers, all the different RVers, that you should not have any problem coming up with a plan to execute it. If you're a weekend warrior, step out there, experience a little bit. You want to do full time, do full time. It's up to you. So, plan and execute. Keep it simple. Do not overthink it. Do not set roadblocks in your way. Get rid of all your doubt. You don't need doubt in your life. And do you like my new shades? Yeah, I like them too. But yeah, you don't need that doubt. Doubt's gonna stand in your way. Doubt is a roadblock. You don't need it. Exit. Take the doubt, put it in that Walmart bag that you got in the closet in there, wherever you keep your Walmart bags, tie it up, throw it away. We shouldn't be using those, destroying the landfill. They use them, so we have no choice. We do have a choice, but it's just hard to keep up with those non-recycle bags. I mean, I need to practice on that, because I got the bags are so useful. I know that's off topic, but we all know they are. Get rid of that doubt. Get your vehicle together. If you don't have a vehicle, start looking at them. Focus on them. I don't want to tell you to be obsessed with the higher power of God, of course, but sometimes you have to, I've been watching this other YouTuber. It's a big motivational guy. He preaches obsessions. You have to be obsessed with something to actually achieve it. I don't actually 100% deal with that because, in a sense, you are obsessed. If you focus on something day in, day out until you complete it, I guess you could label it as an obsession. I don't want to get too far into that, though. That's uncharted waters for me. But if you want something bad enough, you manifest that reality with your mind. Your mind is extremely powerful, way powerful than you realize. And I don't want this flying on people's heads like, what is he talking about? You control your reality. You control your reality, not society, not someone else. You control your reality. If you want to be an idiot, you can do that. You can absolutely do that. You can be an idiot. You just turn yourself to an idiot. That's just that simple. If you want to be a biker, get a bike, you're a biker. Ride it. Skateboarder, get a skateboard, learn how to ride it. You're a skateboarder. An author, start writing books. You're an author. You know what I mean? A vanner, get a van. Drive it. You're a vanner. You know what I mean? Come on now. It's not simple. It is simple. You want to be a videographer? Get you some video equipment, start videoing stuff. Want to be a vlogger? Jump on YouTube and start vlogging. You're a vlogger. It's just that simple. Stop putting roadblocks in your way. Stop making excuses and enjoy your life. Do what you want to do, whatever that may be, to the best of your ability. This is what I choose to do. I love it. No regrets. I know I got out of control that time. Hey, it happens. But, that had to be said. I got off topic. That gets in my heart and I have to let it out. Okay, this is Rod on the Road. Signing off. God bless America. Enjoy life. Until next time, YouTube. Oh yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Until next time, YouTube. Oh yeah, God bless America and wonderful allies. America's friends, Canada, Spain, still Europe, Britain, all the European nations, Mexico, of course Canada, let's not forget Canada. And any I forgot. I know I'm forgetting somebody. That's why I say the allies. They're very important to the states. And definitely appreciate friendship. Thank you so much. And God bless you. And God bless America. Don't forget to subscribe. This is Rod signing off.